now.
Well, no.
Me and Sophie chickened out.
Oh my god.
Screw you.
Neither of us
You know
wanted
what?
to do an Israeli accent without butchering.
Also, I think,
Okay.
Mohammad, did you whisper it the first time?
Yeah. Oh
Maybe you
my
should have
god.
done a 3, 2, 1. Maybe that would have worked better.
Oh my god. It's
You
too
wanna try
late
to get
anyway.
through as we start the episode.
No, it's too late now. This is
All right. Welcome, everybody, back to the Thinking Box podcast. My name is Kyle.
My name is Sophie. So,
they call me Mr. Tibbs.
Sure they do.
And my first name is Mike, and my last name is Oxlong.
Starting the episode in a very mature fashion,
Yes.
as usual.
Hey, listen, 50 points to anyone who can tell the movie I just referenced.
Mr.
Tiff.
That's
I don't know.
yeah. Well, what's the movie? You guys haven't seen In the Heat of the Night?
In the heat of the night.
Trey, you've seen 1,000 movies.
You saw 730 something movies.
706.
72.
70.
772.
You want a cookie?
Yeah, you know what? I would. I
then
would
Kyle-
like recognition for my accomplishment.
And then Kyle, you made fun of him about saying.
I didn't make
"Did
fun
you
of him. I think it's cool.
No, I remember there was like a couple while back, like a couple weeks on Twitter.
Okay. Well, okay. I think it's cool.
Listen,
Let's start.
listen.
Hey, he shouted me on
It's-
Instagram, so I'll take it. Oh, it's
It was
speaking of-
temporary. It was temporary, but hey, women might be temporary, but the Dark Knight is forever. Don't
Yes,
forget.
sir. Anyway, speaking of which, Mohammad, I'm going to Kyle's house on Saturday. What movie do I make him watch?
All right, I got him. First of all, you know
Guys,
what?
we're live.
No. You know what? I'm in a better place right now. I'm not gonna say it. So, make him watch. I don't know, Daredevil 2003 or something. I don't know.
No, don't torture me. I just started watching the Netflix show. I don't want to have that in my mind.
Okay. Watch Darkman then.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
that's
the late
good.
Nathan Sam Raimi superhero movie?
Yeah.
I've already seen it.
Oh.
What? That's surprising.
It's a superhero movie. I've seen like all of those.
Well, okay. What about Apocalypse Now?
There's no way.
The Deer Hunter.
So anyway, Trey, tell us what this episode's going to be about.
We're gonna compare the Snyder Cut to whatever that other movie came out in 2017 was. That
Wait, you're the
I don't remember.
2017 Justice League movie?
No, there wasn't.
Josstice League, you mean?
Wait, there was?
What? Is it, the Director of Avengers made a Justice League movie? That has to be good, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
No, not really.
No.
Dude, you're crazy. You're telling me the writer for Alien Resurrection didn't make a good comic book movie?
Just
Dude, you guys are
Just Whedon
spitting.
wrote Alien Resurrection.
Yeah, and it was really, really bad. It was.
Guys, this is the epitome of we live in a society.
Oh my god.
Fact.
I hated that line.
If
Sorry.
you don't get,
Listen,
you
I
don't
just
get
find it ironic that Snyder cuts that little bit, the one that everyone wanted, but keeps the reach around joke in.
Yeah, no, he cut out like the big line that got everyone hooked, but he kept a joke about Joker jerking off Batman.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, love that movie. It's such a anyway.
So like,
Trey,
go
You
ahead.
have a list, right, of several differences that you want to talk about, right?
Oh no, I don't have that. I said I listed the topics we're going to talk about tomorrow, and it's a long list. I didn't watch Josstice League to prepare for this, guys. I was too sad to watch it.
I also didn't watch it, but I feel like there's enough differences that we can just recall off the top of our head.
I've
Yeah,
seen the
there's-
Justice League like a while ago, but I haven't watched it any time recently.
Well, so there's several differences.
Like difference that I noticed is the beginning. The Justice League had that weird part where it's like a little kid filming Superman, and you could just see the badly CGI'd out mustache.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. That wouldn't be that bad of a scene without the mustache.
True.
I'm kind of disagree because that scene to me, I again see more, not really God comics Superman, but I would imagine Superman, trying to comfort the kids, kneeling down, talking to them, like a firefighter would. He's just, being a little. He's not close enough to the children. He's like, be Superman, please. Like, comfort the children.
But we can at least agree the concept of that scene is a good concept.
It's a good concept, but it's also weird because when is that scene? Is it before he died or after he died? Because before he died, he was sad. Afterwards, I don't even know.
I think the scene was supposed to be before he died, but that version of Superman is the version of him after he's dead.
Yeah, it even has,
I don't know. That scene doesn't make sense.
Light suit.
Yeah, it's really, really weird and inconsistent.
If it was supposed to be after he died, then they would have showed it like probably towards the end, like as a last scene, not as the first one.
Which, speaking of that light suit, I have a thing about the light suit compared to the Snyder Cut, because we've all agreed that the black suit in the Snyder Cut is stupid. It looks cool, but the concept of it is stupid. Now, I 100% believe I would like the Snyder Cut more if they had that brighter suit, because compared to the BVS Man of Steel suit, it's brighter colors. Because a lot of Snyder fans are trying to convince me that Snyder was going to lead Superman to the path of being the Superman we all know and love, like New 52. I don't believe that, though, because Superman is sad and mopey and it's going to turn into Darth Vader eventually.
I want to say this. I don't know if you guys were talking about it. I just got stepped out for a moment. But when you look at the scene where Superman walks in the Snyder Cut at least, he goes back to the ship. There's the Superman suit, like the red and blue suit. Why couldn't you just, get that?
Mohammad, you fail to acknowledge the black suit looks cool, and that's the only reason why
it's a cool suit nonetheless. But just like, you have.
But there's no story reason for him to pick it. If he picked a lighter, brighter version, converting into a lighter, brighter Superman, I would buy it. But no, he picks the cool, dark one. Dude, it's so cool, guys. Good job, Zachary.
I think Death of Superman isn't even like an amazing.
But Death of Superman isn't the only time he wears the black suit in the comics. So another time is in the Superman Lois and Clark story, which happens after the Convergence event. So either way, it doesn't make sense.
Didn't he also wear it at the very beginning of his Rebirth series?
Yeah, that was after the Convergence event.
Gotcha.
Like Convergence leads into Rebirth.
The thing is with that though, they also have a reason. Both times Clark used the black suit is because he was healing. He was recovering. He was
not after Convergence and leading into Rebirth. That was when he was trying to stay hidden, be like sort of Batman-esque, like stay in the shadows.
Yeah, but that's the point. Still a reason.
Served a purpose.
This Superman was able to take on the entire Justice League. I think he was fine, powers concerned wise.
And he wasn't really hiding from anything, so really the suit was just to look cool.
Well, also, he was fighting against the Justice League shirtless, so he didn't need the suit anyways. Mm-hmm. He didn't even need one.
Overall, I'm not mad that the black suit's in the movie. If they found a reason for it, I would be pretty happy because it does admittedly look really cool.
I'm not mad at it up until where he, does the classic, tear off the shirt, see what's under it. When the black suit's shown there, that actually pisses me off.
That does too. Pisses me off too.
Really, really nitpicky. But when I was going to watch the Snyder Cut, and you know how when you hover over movies on HBO Max, they show you a little preview of it?
Yeah.
That was the first thing they showed in the little preview. That's one of the last shots, dipshits.
Well, it doesn't really spoil the movie. Well, it sort of does.
Yeah, and I understand it was also in the Josstice League, but I kind of like that Justice League better because it makes sense for him to have bright colors and trying to look like a heroic guy and not Batman.
He's this guy. I don't know if you've heard of him called Superman. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Sorry, I only know the Man of Steel, not Superman.
Mm-hmm. It really you're making a joke there, but honestly, Superman. This version of Superman does feel disconnected from at least what I view Superman as.
Yeah. I want to ask
a whole new thing, just kind of like a caricature,
I want to ask you this. We're gonna get a little off topic here, sort of. But if Warner Bros. One day announces that there is going to be a Superman sequel, like the Henry Cavill, I know there's going to be a Superman movie, but I'm not sure if it's going to be Clark Kent or not. But
I heard there's going to be a Black Superman movie. If that's
which would be great.
But if there was a sequel to Henry Cavill Superman, how would you do it?
Ooh, that's
Honestly, this is what I want. This is probably my favorite Superman story. But
Is it gonna be All-Star?
No, I don't want to see All Star Henry Cavill yet. But what's so funny about True Justice American Way story? I feel like with this Superman, even though it kind of feels a little weird having a Superman who's like anti-killing, because so far we've received this Superman, he's not very anti-killing. But that's just a story that I feel translates very well into live action and a story I want to see. And that if we want to like stay away from the Snyder murder bits, we go with this story.
Yeah, I feel like with All Star Superman, if they want to do All Star Superman, I feel like we would have to have a bunch of Superman movies from Henry Cavill, and he goes through like this arc of just like him being a perfect man, quote unquote, and then his last movie would be All Star Superman.
True. I really don't know. Like, I'm like racking my brains for all the Superman stories I know of, and I can't really find one.
I feel
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
Whatever
I
happens to
honestly
the
just
tomorrow.
don't like
That's
Henry
basically
Cavill Superman.
Fair enough.
Listen, like the actors for these characters are not the problem. I like Affleck's performance as Batman. I don't like the way his Batman is written. Same thing with Cavill's Superman. I could see where Cavill is a great Superman, but his writing is just not.
Yeah, and
He's
Trey,
amazing casting on paper. Like, if you put him in a better movie, it'd be great.
Wait, Trey, I want to
The
ask
thing
you
is, when casting Superman, you need to find an actor who also does Clark Kent well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't think he does Clark Kent well.
Yeah, what his Clark Kent reminds me of is Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker.
Oh, that's true. They're both too cool.
Example, Christopher Reeve, Brandon Routh, Tyler Hoechlin all do the geeky Clark Kent well.
Yeah, like, I want to punch
But at the same time, but at the same time, that's not a mask. That's who Clark Kent is. He's a dorky little kid, and it's beautiful. I don't, because, like, some people like to say, oh, it's an act. No, it's not. That's who Clark Kent is.
Cough, cough, Kill Bill.
But I like that scene because it's the villain who says it, so we're supposed to disagree with him.
Exactly, yeah.
Wait, Trey, I want to ask you this, too. So, with Batfleck in the Snyderverse, should we have a movie or should we have an HBO Max series with Batfleck?
If it's going to be the script Ben had in mind, I just whatever works well enough. I am indifferent because listen, people are jumping on the Affleck train for him to come back so hard. He left being Batman for a very good reason, and he has not come out and said this is why I'm coming back. Because as far as we know, he's coming back for a cameo in Flash. He is not back as Batman yet. But if he comes back and under the circumstances he wants, I'm okay with it. But I will take an HBO Max movie. I'll take a show. I don't care. I want to see what his movie was because it sounds kind of promising. The game style Batman movie that intrigues me a little bit.
Plus,
am I supposed to see Robin in it, or am I just?
We're supposed to see Batgirl in it.
Ooh, Batgirl.
We were.
We haven't seen like a Batgirl in a Batman movie.
Well,
we always see Commissioner Gordon. Well, I'm not talking about Lego Batman. I'm talking about live action Batman movies.
Lego Batman is the best Batman.
I will say this with the Batman movie: do not let Snyder touch a solo Batman movie because we all know how we feel.
Absolutely not.
After that little quote he said about Tibet. If you know, you know.
Yeah. It's really stupid.
I know what you're talking about, Mohammad.
Yeah.
When this movie was going to be made, Ben Affleck was going to direct it, and that's actually pretty promising because he's a really good director.
And it was supposed to come out back in 2018. Don't forget.
He dropped out, and they got a pretty indie director. Don't know if you've heard of him. His name is Matt Reeves. He hasn't really directed much in the past. They got him, and then eventually that all fell apart, just completely.
So there was also supposed to be a Cyborg movie, but that like.
Oh yeah, speaking of Matt Reeves, apparently he left for like a second on the Batman movie, and then he came back.
I don't believe you.
No,
I don't.
There was a quote. No, he actually there was an interview, and he actually did say I left the project for a moment, and then I came back.
Yeah, but that might be a reason because WB didn't want to do anything. What I'm seeing so far in the Batman we're seeing, this is Matt Reeves.
It's a Matt Reeves movie.
This is a Matt Reeves movie.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
Oh yeah, remember the tweet I posted earlier today? Oh man. No.
Oh, the one about Batman Joker being Pacino and De Niro.
Yes.
I mean, listen, if it's an early '80s Batman after City of Raging Bull with Pacino's Batman, De Niro's Joker, Pesci's Penguin,
No.
There was
De Niro-
actually an early '80s Batman movie planned that was going to have Bill Murray as Batman and Eddie Murphy as Robin. But I don't think
That's
that's what,
dumb.
I don't think that's anywhere near the lines that you guys were talking about.
No. I think De
we
Niro
went dark.
I think De Niro would make a very good Batman. Pacino would make a very good Joker, and then it would have to be directed by Sidney Lumet. The
Ooh.
cinematographer would have to be the same guy who did Apocalypse Now.
Ooh.
The writer, I'm not sure.
Honestly, depending on timing, just get Frank Miller.
You know what? Go for it.
Frank Miller's done movies before, and he's actually pretty good at it.
Yeah, he directed Sin City, which fantastic picture.
He
helped
actually
write
the first RoboCop.
I would definitely argue De Niro would be a better Joker than Pacino because De Niro's got that mannerism to him that I just see more as Crown Prince of Crime.
There was actually a clip I saw of Al Pacino in his early days of acting, and he had this very Joker feel to it. So I'll definitely share it to you after this. But I think we can.
Here's another thing too with me. Pacino has a distinct voice that sounds like Batman, and from the roles he has played in Serpico or Heat, he just feels like more of a Batman to me. De Niro with roles like King of Comedy or Taxi Driver, I could see the insane psychopath in him that would laugh when he's murdering somebody.
Fair enough. I could see that. But I always saw
Scarface too. So
yeah, I've always saw De Niro as Batman, but yeah, we're getting a little off topic. We're supposed to talk about Josstice League and Justice League.
I don't know. I prefer this conversation more than whatever Joss Whedon did to Justice League.
Yeah. Next thing I want to talk about relating the Justice Cut is the color grading and just the way he kind of manipulated the footage. What do you guys think of just the way this movie just looks?
The movie looks very ugly to look at.
Which one?
Justice League.
Yeah, I would say that. It looks very fake.
You know what? Yeah. In fact, okay, I'll say this. Back in 2017, so I got to go to a fan screening of the movie, on a Monday night, and I remember just halfway watching it, I thought the movie felt very incomplete.
Yeah.
Because it just didn't feel right. Tonally it didn't feel right. You can definitely see the reshoots, and it's just this feels like a rough cut of a movie, really.
Yeah, well, technically it was. Yeah. Wasn't Joss Whedon only given 6 months to fix the movie?
Yeah, they could have delayed the movie, but they're like, no.
It feels like he did this in 2 weeks.
The executives wanted money cut. There was some reason where if they finished the movie by the end of the year, they would get more money.
Yeah,
whatever.
The board members would get bonuses.
Yeah, so that's why they rushed it. But really, they should have delayed it for an actual good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel
even with better, not good, but better.
But I feel like if either way, I think things wouldn't have gone better.
Yeah, but here's my thing with the color grading. Now, I've always been an advocate that color in superhero movies is something very important because it's comic books brought to life. Comic books are colorful, and when they're not colorful, it's important. I don't like the gray in the Snyder Cut, mostly because I like my colors to pop. But I will admit that it's better than the Justice League because the Justice League's color gradation is very crappy. It makes the CGI look terrible. If they brought down the color grading for when Superman came back with the CG lip, it would look better. But you know what? We gotta stare at that thing and it looks disgusting. There's even shots that everyone bullied Joss Whedon and are terrible in Justice Cut. They're actually much better in the Snyder Cut. The stupid Batman shot that has just scary Superman. It actually looks a little bit better in the Snyder Cut, just a little bit.
The thing with colors, you have to keep in mind the kind of color grading you're going to do when you're shooting it. This movie was not shot to be a bright and colorful movie.
Absolutely not. This was just shot to be a Zack Snyder movie.
Exactly. So when you brighten up all the colors, you could see the cracks in the armor. You could see how fake these costumes look because they're not supposed to be in that kind of light.
Mm.
There's just a lot of. How could they not tell how bad this looks?
No, there's producers that come out and said that they didn't want to admit how bad the Justice League
Yeah.
was, but they had no choice but to release it because, Warner is a bunch of impatient little shits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they released it so the people in charge would get more money.
Exactly.
I also saw something online where, like, I don't know if it was the producers or one of the directors, but apparently someone wanted Henry Cavill to have, like, at least longer hair and a beard for when he came back to life, like in the
Zach
comics,
wanted
he had
it.
a mullet.
Yeah, Zach wanted
Okay,
it.
but here's the
Zach
thing.
wanted it.
That doesn't make sense. Because in the Death of
No.
Superman comic, he was technically still alive. He was in the regeneration matrix. So his hair's still growing, his body's still functioning. That made sense. This Superman was dead. Dead in the ground, dead as a doornail.
Yeah,
So,
and then
The
not only
dirt
that,
at the end of Batman v Superman makes no sense. But whatever.
yeah, we
And
know
then-
that. But
and in terms of like human anatomy, I mean, of course, this is an alien, but he would not be able to grow his hair out because medical reasons. I couldn't even tell you because I'm pretty stupid. It would just not work. So I can understand why Warner Bros. Would want to keep the short hair. If anything, I'm surprised he didn't, wither, his skin didn't wither away,
yeah, I don't think there is a multiverse out there where he comes back looking absolutely decrepit, and I want to see that movie. Because Zack Snyder thought about it.
Zack Snyder would probably just put that in the Nightmareverse.
I mean, listen, the director of the remake of Dawn of the Dead thought, what if I make Superman look like a zombie for a second?
What if we just did Blackest Night, but just for this one part?
Just do Bizarro. I don't,
Honestly, a Snyderverse Bizarro. I want to see that so bad.
I think he'd be too similar to, regular Superman, though.
Oh, yeah, true.
I feel like a live-action Bizarro would look a lot like Solomon Grundy on Stargirl.
You want to know what Zack Snyder would do a good job at?
What?
Forever Evil.
Was it?
Forever Evil.
I mean,
you do pretty good at that.
He would. The difference in that being, I like Lex in Forever Evil. I don't like Zack Snyder's take on Lex Luthor.
Oh, I hated his Lex Luthor.
Here's the thing with his Lex. I'm open to new interpretations.
Yeah, listen,
It's a bad interpretation.
Okay,
listen,
the
I don't
mind,
mind
yes,
comic book.
but the mannerisms of Lex was not
Yeah,
comic accurate.
it's very much, Eisenberg acting, which, listen, I'm open to new interpretation. I'm open to difference in comic books if it works or if it's better. But this just feels weird. Honestly, it's like Jar Jar in Phantom Menace. He brings so much life to this dull movie that you can't not appreciate it.
He does feel like Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Okay. Something else that annoys me about this Lex Luthor isn't in these movies Lex is younger than Superman? He's 25 or something?
Yeah,
I don't know. I saw him playing basketball in his first, scene.
So. In the comics, normally he said is about the same age or older.
Smallville, they're best pals who look the same age, so.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the same as Smallville Lex looks like a 15-year-old.
Okay, but Smallville Lex was 20.
And he's also, top 3 all-time Luthor. Just saying.
Point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I still hate how in every Justice League movie that Justice versus Snyder, Joker is still alive. At least they showed Joker and Snyder, but not Justice League.
Well, what the thing with that is that it's a dream, so it's not like if he's alive, sort of, in a way.
Yeah.
But I wanna. Do you guys want to talk about the drama behind Snyder, or are we gonna say that?
Let's do that last because there's still some in-film decisions I want to talk about.
All right.
Can we just talk about the nightmare sequence real quick? Because those are way more different than I thought they were going to be.
I feel like it made more sense in Snyder Cut, but in Justice League, it was just sort of put in the middle of the movie, and we didn't know what was going on.
Wait, there was a nightmare scene?
Yeah, I was about to say, what nightmare scene was there in Justice League?
Wasn't there a Justice League where
the
he
flashback,
had the suit?
the flashback sequence. That's what I'm thinking of. Sorry.
The one with, they replaced terrible looking Steppenwolf with Darkseid. Yeah, okay.
And didn't he have like the nightmare outfit, like the overcoat and everything, and the goggles?
No, I'm talking about the flashback, like the one where like we see the first invasion of Earth.
Oh, because I could have sworn they had like a nightmare thing in Josstice League.
No, they didn't actually.
Oh, am I just imagining that?
Yeah, no, it's
probably are.
You're thinking of the Batman v Superman one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
That one didn't make any sense either.
It felt really short, but that's not what we're talking about. Anyway, I have a bit of a hot take on the flashback scene.
Oh yeah.
I think the Green Lantern cameo is better in Josstice League than it is in Snyder Cut.
There was like 2 Green Lanterns.
Why?
Okay, hear me. Let's just go through what happens in each. In Josstice League, we see Green Lantern a total of 3 times in that flashback scene. First time, he makes a hammer construct. Second time, he shoots a laser at someone. Third time is when he dies. And in the Snyder Cut, we also see him 3 times. First time, he shoots a laser. Second time, he shoots a laser. Third time, he shoots a laser. Then he dies. They're both fine. They both don't really have any problems. I just like that the first one showed his powers a little bit. Like, we actually got a sense of what Green Lantern can do other than shooting a laser.
Yeah, but at the same time, Darkseid killed him in a cool way.
Yeah, no, when me and Trey watched it, we both audibly went, ooh, and that was really funny to me.
Okay, I want to address this, but there was no reason this movie had to be rated R. You can just, okay, here's the thing. With the F-bombs, there's only 2 F-bombs. You can keep the type of F-bombs, but you can easily take away the Batman F-bombs. But the blood, you can just not have it. There was
there wasn't supposed to be blood originally. They just edited it.
Yeah, that's what they did.
Snyder did that so much. He did it for BVS. He's just making it rated R for the sake of it being rated R. It's ridiculous.
Because that's his style. Like, I don't think
it's his style, but
it's his thing.
It's his style.
But comic book movies like Justice League should be a bit more family friendly. I don't know.
On the lighter side, you can have
especially Justice League, like Deadpool. Obviously, that's R rated, but like
with Deadpool's like.
Okay, Deadpool can be excused as R-rated, but teams like Justice League, who are family-friendly in the comics, I feel like should be family-friendly on the screen as well.
I get where you're coming from, but I think it can be done. It can be done well. Like, because you can't really make like a Tower of Babel story for like a kid, you know?
You know, and I'll say this: with the history scene, sure. I mean, when we're talking about aliens, then I mean, why not?
Yeah, listen, aliens getting chopped in half. That's fine for a PG-13. I've seen that done in enough PG-13. I've seen it done in Star Wars. So,
yeah, exactly. Like,
especially
if you could show kids Star Wars, they should be able to watch Josstice League, not Snyder Cut.
But here's my thing with the F-bombs in Snyder Cut. So there are 3 F-bombs. One's forgettable, one's hilarious, one's stupid.
The third one's so forgettable, I didn't even remember that it was in there.
I remember. What was it?
I don't remember any of the F-bombs, so...
Cyborg said one.
Cyborg was so funny.
No, me and Trey, literally, laughed out loud when he said it. It was so funny.
It was just like, fuck the world.
It was so forced. Ray Fisher is an amazing actor, but that just felt so forced.
It's so funny. And I feel so bad, too, because Ray Fisher was generally amazing in that movie, but that one moment was, I'm just like, God...
The Batman one was
The Batman one's so stupid.
That was probably my least favorite moment of the whole movie.
Yeah. Listen, here's my issue with the entire Nightmare Batman that's not trying to put us on. Because I just realized a comparison to it that I can make. It's the Anakin Skywalker prequels. So let's look at the beginning of Revenge of the Sith. We're supposed to believe that Anakin killing Dooku was a bad thing. But in the first 2 prequels, we've seen have Anakin do more vulgar things. So why do we not believe Anakin doing this is bad? Now let's look at Batman in the Snyder Universe. Batman is murdering people in Nightmareverse, but he's also murdered people in normal timeline. But Snyder wants us to believe, oh, this is a worse Batman. Oh no, because he's carrying a gun. He's basically carrying a gun in the regular timeline.
No, not basically carrying a gun. He put them on his car. If anything, that's more lethal.
Still don't get why Snyder kept the Joker alive. If you're gonna have a Batman that kills, the first person
I know
Batman
why
is going
he did
to kill
it.
is the Joker.
No, he kept Joker alive for plot convenience, for good scenes, because he wanted to. He let Batman kill other people because he thought it looked cool. But killing a Joker did not fit his plot. but it fits this Batman's character for him to kill a Joker. But him not killing the Joker is ridiculous. Like, I wish Joker killed Jason Todd in this universe, because I just want him to come back to Reddit and be like, dude, Batman, your entire plot makes no sense. So
Especially in the
you start to
Nightmare
kill
timeline.
people. Like, listen, here's my whole thing with if Red Hood existed, and this is probably why Snyder doesn't have Red Hood. If Red Hood came back, here's how we'd meet Batman. So, Batman, I died. You're killing people, but you didn't kill the guy who killed me. What the hell?
I feel like at that point, Red Hood would just up and kill Bruce for like.
Yeah,
Because in
just
every
for plot
continuity of Red
inconvenience.
Hood, if every continuity in Red Hood, Red Hood sees that as an insult that Batman didn't break his rule. Like, oh my god, you didn't break the rule because he killed me. In this one, there isn't a rule to break. He's just sparing him for no reason. So he is legitimately being insulted now.
Yeah, also Joker's saying that they're the same, or like, you won't kill me, I'm your best friend. We're supposed to see, oh, he's the villain, so he's wrong. No, he's 100% right, because Batman hasn't killed him yet when he's been killing several other people.
Yeah. Trey, I know why he hasn't killed. I know why he hasn't killed the Joker yet. Who would be there to give him a reach around?
So, are you guys ready to talk about how this movie might win an Oscar?
Wait, what?
Because think about Batman '89. It had Joker, won an Oscar. The Dark Knight, Joker, won an Oscar. The Suicide Squad had Joker, won an Oscar. The Snyder Cut has the Joker.
Did Batman '89 win an Oscar?
It did.
For what?
Let me check.
It probably won it for, like, set design or something.
Production design.
There we go. Because I actually do think Tim Burton's Gotham is probably my favorite, movie version of Gotham. Gotham show has the best Gotham. But, the Gotham atmosphere in Tim Burton's, I agree that's
Because
Oscar-worthy.
Gotham is not a place you want to live. It's supposed to be, like, beaten down and decrepit. Which is why, like, when DC makes online polls, like, which DC city do you want to live in? And Gotham City wins every time. I get very irked. Because people do not know what Gotham City is.
Don't.
I don't choose like Themyscira or like Metropolis. I don't know who would choose Gotham to live in.
Because I think Themyscira would honestly be the best choice. Because Themyscira isn't getting destroyed every 5 seconds.
Yeah. And also, Metropolis was sort of destroyed in Justice, so.
Yeah. Like, destroyed, like lavishly, just
like
decimated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like to the ground.
I'll admit it. I saw Batman '89 for the first time on an airplane ride.
Honestly, that is an amazing movie to watch on an airplane.
And I just got really bored of it all, I'm not going to lie. But then again, I was going to Saudi Arabia, so I was like, I'm tired.
I mean, listen, I have my obvious issues with '89, but I actually really, 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 really do like it for reasons other than Batman is in it. Because if I liked it as a Batman movie, I would not like it. But as a movie, I quite enjoy it.
The thing is with that movie, when I first saw it, my first complaint was, oh, there's not enough Batman. It was too much Bruce Wayne. And I told Trey this, and he went, watch it again. And the second time I watched it, the complaint just went away for some reason. Like, I just didn't feel it was an issue anymore. Like, it's just the kind of movie you got to give another shot.
Yeah, here's the weird thing about Batman '89. This movie would have worked so much more if there was a lot of Batman movies before it, because this is very much, Vicky Vale, identifying like who Batman is, what is Batman, which is kind of works for like one of the first theatrical films Batman is in, but it's also kind of weird. But like, I enjoy the Gothic atmosphere, and like, while Batman does kill this movie, I don't have as much as a problem with it because, one, I don't think Tim Burton knew Batman had no kill rule, and two, there's no reason I have no reason to show why anything would change if Batman didn't kill people.
Yeah, no, Tim Burton, he said that he didn't, like,
Tim Burton hasn't read a comic book.
Exactly.
Okay,
he's only read The Killing Joke.
To be fair, yeah, he has read Killing Joke since making Batman '89. He read it after. But
also, The Killing Joke came out after that movie, so...
Exactly.
Yeah, but the reason I don't have much of a problem with Batman killing in the Burton movies as to BVS, because Batman does not change if he kills or doesn't kill in the Burton movie, because he has no character arc, which, not the best thing in the world, but I'm fine with it. BVS is a better film if Batman does not kill people, and that is
exactly.
That is that. Batman's character makes sense if he doesn't kill people.
I know
but he does, because Snyder wants it to look cool.
Staying on the topic of Batman '89 for a little bit, you said that he doesn't have a character arc. I would argue that he just doesn't have a character. Like, he's just very stagnant, and it wouldn't be as big a deal if Joker didn't have so much character in that movie. If he wasn't such a bright and popping character next to this stagnant character, it's just very jarring.
Which, like, arguably the only reason this version of Batman works even a little bit is because Keaton's playing him. Because Keaton actually does Batman very well with so little.
Which is why I'm glad he might be coming back.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought he was confirmed for the Flash movie.
He
was,
but
now Keaton's having second thoughts because of COVID and whatever.
He went on, like, I think it was on Fallon. He said, I'm thinking about it. He hasn't said yes or no yet, but he's definitely been asked.
I mean, we've seen concept art with Flash and with the '89 Batman. So, like,
the thing is, though, what are they gonna do without Keaton? Like, how can they
bring Bale back? I think Bale is the best live-action Batman of all time, next to David Mazouz. But please don't.
Okay.
Why
are they bringing another Bruce? Why are they bringing another Batman? Like another Bruce Wayne Batman? Why not
just take over
Thomas
for
Wayne Batman?
Just do the Thomas Wayne storyline, man.
Yeah, like, that's what I mean. Like, why not the Thomas Wayne Batman? Because that's the best Batman to do if you're doing a Flashpoint movie.
There is an alternative, though. In my head, what would be the ideal reality is if they made a Thomas Wayne Batman HBO Max series, not even connected to Flashpoint, just about that version of Batman and that version of Martha Wayne Joker. Wouldn't that be the greatest thing of all time?
I feel like it should start it off with Flashpoint, just like do a little like a montage, then go straight into his backstory.
Yeah, but like, listen, I'm fine with a Thomas Wayne Batman as long as he does not interact with Affleck's Bruce, because that makes no sense.
Yeah,
their versions of Batman are basically the same Batman. And if they interact, and Bruce is like, "But you're a very violent Batman," like he does.
Yeah,
in
and both Jokers,
they're the same Batman.
And both Jokers give the other Batman a reach around.
Oh my god.
Well, we know why Thomas Wayne Batman won't kill his Joker, because his Joker is Martha.
Yeah, that makes sense. But Affleck's Joker is not his mom or his brother. Which
do we know that?
If Snyder wants to put in a brother plot, I'm gonna say he took it from Todd Phillips and Joker. But whatever.
Okay, that's just making it Batwoman and Alice.
Because yeah. If anyone were to do that, though, it would be Snyder.
Yeah.
Okay, then you just take the Batwoman comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you're going to just do... Because wasn't there a storyline in New 52, Batman Eternal? What was the name of his brother, where he supposedly had a brother? Who,
Lincoln March, which was a whole Scott Snyder Owls thing. But then it was turned out that that's not his brother. The Owls just said that just convinced Lincoln March that he was the long-lost child of Thomas and Martha Wayne.
Exactly. If you're going to do, like, sort of a brother storyline, go with Lincoln March. Don't go with Joker.
Do that. Do that.
I want to
see thing is a fun, twist to not twist in the Joker movie that I enjoyed and, that was good for the movie. But Joker actually being Batman's brother, I will not like.
I want to see Court of Owls going to be so bad.
I would go and kill Snyder myself if they did the Joker brother storyline, because no.
I mean, because they already did it with the Joker movie, sort of.
They kind of not really half did it.
Which, we still don't know, and that's why, Joker's great, because, there's so much interpretation in there that you don't know what's going on.
I'll say this about Joker, though. With the Joker movie, I really liked the movie, but over time, I unfortunately have lost respect for it, because the movie copies Taxi Driving King comedy to the point where it can just be labeled as plagiarism. And I'm not going to say that, it's an unoriginal movie, because there is original stuff with it, but I just feel like they heavily influenced that movie.
Scorsese was a heavy inspiration on it, which is kind of weird. He backed out of the project and just brought in Todd Phillips to make a Scorsese movie. But thing is, that's why I kind of like Joker, because it's a Scorsese movie with a bit of a comic book spin on it. I like Joker because of how comic book he is. Because it's very much a dark comic book story with a lot of comic book elements in it that I really, really like.
Yeah, I love it when
Okay.
comic book movies aren't afraid of being comic book movies.
My thoughts on the Joker movie is that main character wasn't the real Joker. He inspired the actual real Joker.
No,
Because
I
remember,
don't like that because then that just makes it, uninteresting and unnecessary because this Joker created Batman. I like that parallel because in comic books and other media, Batman creates Joker, but this Joker creates Batman. That's interesting. That's more interesting than the way Burton wanted to do it in
Okay,
his movie because
but-
that's
No,
more,
okay. So with the whole
in
Joker,
the comics, though, Joker becomes a Joker by like getting submerged in chemicals.
but it's Batman's fault in the way.
but I want
Like
to
my thing with how Batman works into the Joker movie is that at the ending when he's in Arkham, the way he's talking about a joke that the psychiatrist wouldn't get, it's a joke because he realizes that's the way I interpret Joker. It's not a dream or whatever. It's a memory. Joker remembering things, remembering how, let's say, like he just figured out who Batman was. He's remembering his own past as to, wait, did I create Batman? He finds that hilarious.
right.
All right,
Are we ready to talk about the whole drama situation?
yeah, let's talk about the drama behind the scenes of Justice League. Yeah.
So I wanna ask this question: when are we gonna get the HBO documentary series for this movie behind the scenes?
It's gonna happen.
I don't think Warner Brothers would, but someone's going to eventually.
HBO Max is gonna want to. Like, eventually, someone's gonna put a bill for Zack Snyder's Justice League: The Making of Doc.
No, I don't see any, because the thing is, you can't really make a documentary about the making of this movie without dunking on Joss Whedon and also dunking on the studio, because basically the studio, Joss Whedon, Walter Hamada, assholes, total assholes. But if you made a documentary in collaboration with Warner Brothers, they're not going to be like, yeah, we're assholes and we suck.
Pull a Mank.
Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be a documentary about the making of it or
I think
anything.
I think someone will, but not.
If someone does, it's definitely not going to be related to Warner Brothers because
maybe
they
Ray
don't want to
Fisher
be
doesn't
painted.
I
in
mean,
that light.
maybe in a distant future where Walter Hamada has long past been the president of Warner Brothers, then we have new execs who are like, that was really stupid of us to do. We're gonna make fun of it a little bit.
I think
and then like
Ray Fisher makes it now. Like, I can fully see him going on Indiegogo and be like, hey guys, I'm gonna make a documentary about how fucked this movie was. People would do that.
Or like just do what Barry Levinson's doing with The Godfather. Like, they're gonna make a movie on how the movie was made. They can just do that, not a documentary.
So like a biopic.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, that could work.
Something like Mank, really.
All right. Before we continue on to talk about the behind-the-scenes drama, I just want to put this out there. Joss Whedon, I don't care how much I like the Avengers movies. He's a shitty person.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're all going to collectively agree.
There's always going to be a separation from the art and the artist, and that's very important with Joss Whedon because I like Avengers movies. I like Cabin in the Woods, but he's still a piece of shit.
So
I also love Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but I hate Joss Whedon. So Buffy and the Vampire.
You can always just say someone else directed the movie.
He's just a nightmare. He's a very, from what I've heard from backstage, behind the scenes stuff, about the way he treated Gal Gadot and the way he treated the women on Buffy. He seems to be, how do I put this, a sexist, a misogynist even.
And just let it out. Just let it out.
Okay, he's also controlling. I don't know if y'all heard, but one of the actresses who was on Buffy and Angel, when she got pregnant, she was happy to tell people, and she had to tell the writers and producers so they could find a way around it. And Joss Whedon legit pulled her aside and was like, "How dare you get pregnant without my permission?"
Yikes! Yeah.
Listen,
I'm just annoyed he was pulled off the persona of oh, I'm a male feminist. He basked in the glory of being a male feminist, and then it comes out he's this big misogynist asshole. He's dickhead. He's a dickhead.
Yep.
All right, Trey, what were you going to say?
Here's something that I'm kind of curious of. I know why they're not going to do it, but Feige and some of these Marvel actors, I kind of want them to come out and say this is some weird, stupid stuff Joss did on our sets. I understand why they're not, because those movies are good, and they don't want to be like, okay, Joss Whedon's a shitty person. He still made a good movie, though.
Unless, it was very different from that.
Yeah, but I don't
but
really know, because unless something changed from him stop being an asshole for Buffy and then just being a good person, and then Age of Ultron, like Ray Fisher has a theory that Age of Ultron broke Joss Whedon, that's why he became an asshole. But the stuff he did on Buffy doesn't make sense then. And also the writing for Alien Resurrection also shows him to be a sexist piece of shit.
And also, one movie doesn't turn you into a racist, misogynistic, controlling asshole.
I feel like he obviously already was all those things. He was just able to keep it quiet until, well, not quiet, but make sure people didn't speak out against him till Ray Fisher did.
I feel like if Josh Whedon was an asshole on set for the Avengers movies, there's probably a PR that
they probably scared the actors into not saying anything like they did with the Buffy actors and the Angel actors.
Yeah. Well, fuck you, Josh Whedon.
I stand with Ray Fisher as this does this entire podcast.
As everyone does. The hashtag's cool, but if you don't stand with Ray Fisher, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, and then I see someone comparing the whole Josh Whedon situation with the Stanley Kubrick situation. When he was making The Shining, he was being an asshole towards
more than he was borderline torturing his actors.
I mean, listen, Kubrick's thing was different.
Yeah.
How?
Because, listen, the whole Shelley Duvall thing, sure, he's a piece of shit, but, Shelley Duvall, they had an apology afterwards, and she has said that she has come out and said, you know what, I forgive Stanley for it, and, plus, Kubrick was, good to the actor played Danny Torrance, and, I'm not saying what Kubrick did was right, I'm just saying, he apologized.
I know the reason why he tried to do it was because so he can get, an actual, genuine reaction from her.
Yeah, he was doing what he was doing for the film. Does it make it a good thing? No, it's still shitty. Joss Whedon was doing what he was doing because he's a control freak, because he's just a shitty person. It wasn't for the movie. He didn't care about the movie. It's become abundantly clear he doesn't care.
When you look at Josh Whedon, he looks like a child predator.
I don't want to go after him for his looks, but I see what you're saying.
I mean, what you said is true.
Oh wait, I remember something. I remember with Josh Whedon. Didn't he want to have Vision a penis in the Age of Ultron?
Yes, he did once get Vision
I don't know why Josh thought of that. There's no way Feige's gonna go into Disney. It was, hey Disney, we want to give this one. You want to show this one character's penis on screen in an Avengers movie?
Okay, Kevin. And then he gets up from his chamber, and then just a massive dong comes out. I don't think Kevin would have reacted well to that.
Nah.
Yeah, he makes me very mad, just as a person. Have you also guys read up the things he said to Gal Gadot?
He sort of.
No.
I think he said he was gonna ruin her career and he would interfere with Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. During the last day of ADR, he said that he was going to do to Wonder Woman 84 what he did to Justice League, which means he knows what he was doing was bad, and he knew the movie would be bad. And maybe
didn't he also threaten Ray Fisher a lot? Basically said, "I'm going to ruin your career."
Yep. But maybe that's why there's different takes in Justice League than the Snyder Cut. Maybe that's why he chose worse takes. Maybe was he trying to purposely sabotage this movie?
Yes, he was. I'm positive he did that. But then, I remember,
he was so committed to Marvel, he just tried to sabotage the DC movie. Damn.
Yeah, and then apparently Ben Affleck just try to convince every single cast member to walk out.
Yeah.
And then Jeremy Irons was like, "I'm not reading these lines."
Yeah, Jeremy Irons went to his trailer and rewrote the lines.
Yep.
Which absolute Chad right there.
Yeah, my man.
Who said no to the walkout? You know what?
I think they were just committed to finishing the movie and get a paycheck.
I feel like they're also scared that their careers would be ruined, like Ray Fisher and Gal Gadot, after they were threatened.
That is true. Like, for as like untrue as those threats could be, they are scary. Like, having a director that big with that much power saying that I will ruin your career if you do this, it makes you not want to do that, you know?
Especially Ray Fisher, who's just starting out. Like,
he was
first...
plucked from Broadway, so like
yeah,
he was like
this was his
just
first
starting.
big role. Like, playing a
then,
cyborg in a live action movie, like that was a super big thing for him.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He was.
I want to say this. Do you think there's probably like audio recording of him saying these comments?
I don't think so. Because if there were, they would.
True.
I don't think Warner Brothers will release it because I think if anyone's gonna have it, it's gonna be Warner Brothers.
No.
But like
I think
someone there might leak it.
If it exists, someone will leak it either years from now or very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Either like when no one cares, so they won't get sued, or like pretty soon.
They'll probably have to put like anonymously on like Reddit, just so they don't have to get in trouble.
Definitely.
I feel like it's posted anonymously on Reddit. Like, people won't believe it.
True.
Well, if it's an audio recording,
I disagree. I think it being on Reddit, just existing. If there's like someone, like even if someone just sounds like Joss Whedon, Twitter will have a field day and be like, guys, we have it, we got it.
You can edit audio recordings as well, though. That's
but I don't want to say Twitter's stupid. I'm just saying Twitter would still want to,
Twitter's stupid. I'll say it. Twitter's stupid.
Twitter might take like the wrong side or whatever, or like change the words or think something else.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
all right. With all that covered, are we ready to wrap this episode up?
Sure. Because listen, guys, I don't know how long we've gone here, but tomorrow's one's gonna be a doozy.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one.
I do have another topic for tomorrow. It is about the DC comic book bracket thing. I don't know if y'all seen that, but
yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, that was good. Here, we'll talk about that tomorrow, but yeah, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Does anyone have a quote they want to do for the end?
Hang on.
Yeah, Trey's gonna do it.
As always. I feel like we need to have an intro for like the podcast one day.
We need a good intro. All right, here, I got one. Yeah, thank you guys for watching this kind of bonus-ish episode of our podcast, because we didn't do one last week because we just didn't want to. Yeah. So thanks for listening, and always remember, there's no living with killing. There's no going back from one. Right or wrong, it's a brand that sticks. There's no going back. Now run on home to your mother and tell her everything's going to be all right. There aren't any more guns in the valley.
Ooh, I feel like
Was that from Karate Kid?
No.
Ah, so close.
Now, listen, this quote is from a movie, but it's also from a movie. It's also, redone in a movie that you guys might have seen. Well, I hope you've seen it, because if you haven't, I'll be disappointed. So this quote was from Shane, but this quote made me cry in Logan.
Oh, yeah.
all right.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching the Thinking Box podcast. Signing off now.